The way I like to approach things like this is to break it down into manageable chunks. The way I've broken this down in my own head is to look firstly at the physical building, so the building fabric and the insulation and the energy sources in the building, but then to look also at how that building is used. So how the office space inside the building is used, what furniture, equipment, etc. might be needed for that. So in terms of the building fabric, the kind of things I would be looking at is good insulation of the building to maximize heat retention in the winter months. I'd be looking at good ventilation, and that might be either through windows that open or through passive ventilation. I'd be looking at what the heating source is and also whether air conditioning is needed. Sometimes you can have equipment that serves both purposes. And if that was the case, I would be looking at what's called the building management system, and that would be the control system for the air conditioning and the heating to make sure that that is specified to a high level.
As a sustainability engagement officer, I would approach this problem by making sure that people hear about it and buy in from their side. So this is mostly on sort of the employee side or the other staff working in the building. I'd engage the people by hosting events, make sure that people understand environmental concepts and they're sort of getting involved in it from a perspective of what can they do at home, and that will translate to them having good behaviours in the workplace and helping with the overall environmental sustainability of the building. I'd work with the wider sustainability team to encourage the employees to get involved where possible. So if there was sort of volunteering aspects that we could get some of the other employees to help out with. So if it's sort of planting trees outside, that could be part of your environmentally sustainable building. Some of the tech that we'd use as well would be carbon measurement tools, so sort of understanding the different amounts of carbon that are being used at different times during the day, and that can help identify where you can make carbon saving measures.
It's definitely important to start from having an idea on where the main problems are, in terms of where the energy is mostly wasted, which could be mainly heating or lighting. You'd be surprised how many times rooms can be heated or the lights are on and no one is actually using the room. And then once you understand where the company mostly wastes the energy, you can start profiling and give option on what kind of carbon technology, renewable technology you can adopt depending on the characteristic of the building. So you could go for example solar on the roof maybe. You could look also at a small wind turbine if you have the space.
I would be looking at how many staff are likely to be in the office at once, how many are working from home, do people need individual desks or do people need collaborative working spaces? And then I would furnish that accordingly.